In this situation where you have extensive damage, we recommend repairing the floor by replacing an entire design unit. In this case, one of the squares will be inserted. You simply cut an oversized sheet about a 1/4 inch wider than what the grout lines are, and then secure it in place with just single-face tape. I'm then going to take either a square or a straight edge and a utility knife with a sharp blade, and I'm going to cut directly down through both sheets in a single pass. You want to make sure you hold your blade perpendicular to the floor surface, not beveled, and cut around all 4 sides. Make sure you keep your fingers out of the way of the path of the knife, which is a safety tip. As you come to the end of the cut, be careful not to extend it beyond the last seam cut itself. You don't want extensions beyond your corner. After you've cut all 4 sides, simply remove the scrap flooring and your repair piece, and then you could remove the damaged section. You want to make sure that all the edges are clean, there's no felt or anything, felt residue laying there. You then take double-face tape. In this case, we're using Congoleum's Quick Stick tape. It's a double-face tape that is designed specifically for seaming vinyl, and it works great for repairs like this because of the wide width and easy handling. Simply lay the tape positioned about halfway under the seam cut, and be careful not to overlap the seam or the tape itself because you want to be able to pull that up after you lay it into place. The tape can be used over top of plywood, particle board, even oriented strand boards, and you should be able to achieve excellent bond with it. Secure the tape into place using a steel hand roller. Next thing would be to remove the release liner from the tape itself. By making a small cut in the edge of the tape, you can normally pull the liner back very easily. This is much better than trying to start from the corner itself. Remove the release liner from the tape all the way around the edges of the repair piece. And then you just simply want to come back in and lay your repair piece into place. You start in the corner and line that up, making sure all the seams are nice and tight, and then just press them into place by hand first. And then we're going to roll everything with the steel hand roller to embed it into the adhesive on the tape itself. And this holds it in place actually temporarily because the seam sealer is going to fuse it beyond that, but it keeps the flooring tight together during that application. We're using Congoleum SU80 seam sealer to seal the seams here. It's a 1-part mixture. You do need to shake that up prior to use, and it blends the flatting additives and gives you the right gloss on the completion when it's dry. Notice how the seam applicator tip is inserted between the seam sheets. The seam sealer flows from the surface all the way down to the bottom to literally fuse the sheets together, making them as strong as what the flooring is itself. The seam sealer takes about 20 minutes to dry to the touch, but you want to stay off of it for the next couple hours. It's important to note that when making repairs in diamond floor, do not remove the seam sealer bead. However, when making repairs in Legacy or Designer Carefree, you want to allow the seam sealer to dry for 15 to 30 minutes and then peel it off. There you have it, a completed repair, very durable, and it uses Congoleum's SU80 seam sealer and Quick Stick tape. When making repairs in fully adhered floors, use the same procedures as demonstrated for perimeter fastened floors. The only difference is you must remove the damaged section by first peeling off the top layer. Use a razor scraper to remove any remaining felt residue. As you're scraping, use care to avoid damage in the adjacent seam edges. Next, apply a thin layer of Congoleum 3044 adhesive with a paintbrush. Always brush from the center out to avoid getting adhesive on the seam edges, as this will weaken the seam sealer strength. Then insert the new piece and press it into place. Use a steel hand roller to secure the new piece in the adhesive. Apply light pressure to avoid squeezing adhesive up into the seam cut. Make certain that the seam is clean and finish it by applying Congoleum SU80 seam sealer. It's important to note that when making repairs in diamond floor, do not remove the seam sealer bead. However, when making repairs in Legacy or Designer Carefree, you want to allow the seam sealer to dry for 15 to 30 minutes and then peel it off. The products used in this repair are Congoleum 3044 adhesive and Congoleum SU80 seam sealer.